So what's your tier list? Whom would you put as the favorites?
I can't quite do that, I guess, as I'm a participant, and I'm way more biased than Magnus is, right? I can indefinitely more. It's very sensible to place Hikaru and Fabi in the top two, simply because Hikaru is the highest rated, and somewhat surprisingly to me, he's has the best score against the field, largely because he's doing well against Fabiano recently, and he's been doing fine against me. I didn't really pay attention much to our score because we haven't played classical for like insane amount of years. But at some point, he's achieved a fine score against me too. Whenever you include Rapid and Blitz, his score will always be good too, right? Because he's better at Rapid and Blitz than classical usually, even better. So his score only gets more amplified if you include Rapid and Blitz too. Yeah, he has this very high rating, right? So it's tempting to just put him there. And he even finished not so bad in the previous event, candidates. I think he was fighting for second place, right? And the last one, actually, if he won, he would be fighting for something.
He was fighting for the first, I think, if he defeated Gush
exactly.
Gukesh.
Last time he was fighting for the first, and actually the one before that, the time he fought for the second, in hindsight, it would have given him a match if he had won. So he was actually fighting for the championship match twice with the 1 round to go, which is a tremendous achievement. It's a tremendous achievement. So just looking at these facts, you have to place him high in the list. And Fabi, of course, obviously, like such a stable player. I mean, for so many years, been winning so many events, and he got to the match with Magnus, and he almost, he took him all the way down and to the wire, and almost won that match as well. So. Okay, I wouldn't say almost won, but okay, almost not lost it, whatever. Yeah, that means almost won. So it's very normal to take these two players, and then you can say a bunch of others they barely played. I think the VE never played the candidates. Prague played, but he didn't come as close as others. Yeah, it was in his outing last time. He gave it a good show. Probably that's why he mentioned Prague. I played in 2 candidates cycles. In the second one, I was in the running with 2 rounds to go, which is okay. I mean, it's not the worst, and I lost both last 2 rounds, and I finished, I think, shared third in the end. But 2 rounds to go out of 14, it means still you're doing okay. Yeah, I think I was on +3. I think I've ended first half with 50%, and then I beat Wang Hao, Ding, and Fabi and then I got me to +3, drew Nepo and MVL somewhere in between there, and then I played Grishuk and Alexeyenko. And the last round was white against Alexeyenko, which is a game I was obviously at the time I thought I have good winning chances there. So black with Grishuk was really crucial for me, and if I would have won that game, I would be in a great position. But I lost to Grishuk with black, and so it didn't happen. But I think I have a fine showing there in the second candidates, and a lot of other players like Kesipenko and Sindarov. They're very young. They haven't yet participated, so you can't tell much. They also haven't even played that many top tournaments. I mean, they've played, of course, a few. Sipenko beat Carlsen in Vaikanze many years ago, but he didn't play regularly, so you can't also say he didn't win many top tournaments, but he played in like 3 or 2 top tournaments in his life. I don't know how many. So, and Sindarov as well. He's just like rising like a comet recently, and he hasn't yet had the time and the chance to win a lot. And of course, you have Blue Baum as well there, who's kind of playing counter-attacking style pretty much, right? He's just very, very tight. He was playing very tight in the Grand Swiss, but people were taking a lot of risks, and he was really, really in a good form there. Even in his case, you could imagine that, with very good preparation and good start, things could go his way, and people will keep treating him as an underdog, no matter how many points he has, I think. I think if, let's say, you are on +3 and Fabi is on +4 and Blue Baum is on +2, you will think, okay, Blue Baum is and you play Blue Baum next game, you think, okay, I have, great opportunity, I have to beat Blue Baum now, catch Fabi, and then you lose and Fabi loses and suddenly Blue Baum is on +3, so it's can happen anything, but it's really meaningful for everyone and in a slightly different way. For I don't know, Andrei Sipenko, he has his own story why it means the world for him. For me, it's my own story why it means the world for me. I just gave you the story of Hikaru, but I can give you that to you for anybody else. For Fabi, for example, this could just elevate him as to suddenly enter the conversation of like one of the greatest players of all time, pretty much. No, I mean not like the top 3, of course, the famous one, but maybe top 10, top 20. Suddenly all his, we were talking about it in the Global Chess League, suddenly all these tournaments that he has been winning in his lifetime suddenly start to matter a lot, yeah, because you suddenly have a world champion with whatever, 30, 40, I don't know how many classical tournament victories that he's had, and all the Grand Chess Tour victories, you know. So everybody has motivation, and it's obvious. And yeah, obviously Hikaru as well, and myself for sure. I mean, it's and that's why this event is so widely followed also, and so much anticipated, because people, they feel that all these players there, they care. Some people sometimes, from those who qualified, their chances, they feel is so small that they don't want to invest. They don't want to be too invested into this. And also, I guess if you start badly, I can imagine if you start badly, your chance again, once the chance becomes very small, you don't want to be too invested, yeah? Because if you are too invested emotionally in something where the outcome is extremely likely to be bad, then you are setting yourself up for failure, and that's something that you don't want to, subconsciously, something people try to avoid. But in Hikaru's case, I think right now his chance of success is okay. But of course, yeah, if somebody has a bad start, the brain will quickly rewire itself and tell yourself that, okay, candidate is not the most important thing in the world. You know, you have the, you know, it comes all the other things that, yeah, the other things are there. You have a good life, you know, you have memory, you have family, a YouTube channel and everything, and it's all good. Mm-hmm. But right now, I think everybody is fully motivated there. And the one thing I learned about, also noticed about Carlsen and Kasparov is that the way they predict things, they're being like very safe always. They always go with the most, because they treat it as like a, you know, it's just a game, like, and you know, it's like a betting game or whatever. If you want to win the betting game, you have to go with the plus EV gambles, yeah. You just so, okay, of course, yeah, you use the rating, yeah, okay, look at the rating, and finally they end up betting on the highest seed, because that gives them the highest chance of victory. But it doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen, but it just still is, you know, if you bet 10 times and 10 candidates, you always pick first seed, overall it's going to be a good outcome for you, better than if you always pick a third seed or whatever. So I understand. I think, yeah, if you wanna, you know, if you have to choose one player, you're getting the same odds on everyone. Yeah, just go with the first rated guy.